Hello, coaches. This is Katie, your stud 9-star Diamond Beachbody coach. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the purpose of the business page, also known as your like page. One of the most common questions that I get is why have a business page? Why have a like page? And here's the truth of it. When I think of my personal page on Facebook, I think of it just like that. I think of it as I post on there so that my grandfather can look at the images I have there and really like them because he's my family, and my close friends can look there and they can see the things that I'm up to. But I don't like to feel like I'm trying to sell on my personal page. The other thing that I love about the like page is that when people come to my like page, they are coming for the purpose and the purpose that I can provide as a Beachbody coach. So the tips that I am going to give to you are what I feel have allowed me to be successful with my business page as a main source of customers for my business. The first thing I want to share with you that I shared with a lot of people is just a very quick image of how I map out the creation of my like page. I know in step number 1, I mentioned to know your audience. I know my audience and what they want from me as a coach. And so I fill out the information based on what their needs are and the most traffic that I get to my like page. So the image that I'm sharing with you is how I plan out the things that I post, the times that I post, and what specifically I'm going to post, what topic I'm going to post. But it all deals with tip number 1, and that is to know who your audience is. You know who your audience is because they come to your page with a specific thought in mind. So whether it's that they want to lose weight, they're looking for you as an inspiration, or you provide motivation. Some people are really good at posting workout videos, and their audience really loves those workout videos. Whatever you are doing on your like page, you have to keep your audience in mind. That is different than your personal page. You're not talking about your grandfather or your mom. You're talking about potential clients who are coming to you for a specific purpose. Knowing your purpose allows you to really build a relationship with your audience. And that leads me to step number 2, which is to take advantage of the Insights button. So if you look here, there is an entire tab that is called the Insights. And I think it is one of the most underrated kind of tech help that you can have as somebody who's a business owner. You're getting free insights, meaning free understanding of the traffic that you're bringing into your like page. So what the Insights provide is an opportunity for you to see things like, what are my best posts? What are the things that my audience really likes? What is getting the most traction? What got the most likes this week? Comments, shares. What time of day did I post those things? When is the most traffic to my like page? What time of the day does that take place? What am I posting that seems to offer the most value to other people? What are people taking back to their own pages and sharing with other people? If I post something, how does that bring in the most likes to my overall business page? It also gives you an opportunity to compare what you're doing to people who have similar ratings in terms of like pages as you. This could be another Beachbody coach, or this could be somebody who isn't in the same business as you, but has a similar amount of likes. You can then see how many people are going to their pages, what time of day they're going to their pages. You can see how many times a week that person is posting. So you can compare what you're doing to somebody else and what's working for them, and will it possibly work for you as well. Those insights are amazing too, because a lot of times I'll see something that I didn't think was very successful as a post, but it got the most views. So there was something about it that stood out that I may not have noticed if I had just scrolled through my page. It's a great tool for you as a business owner. The third tip I have for you is a little bit sneakier. So we're so used to creating YouTube videos and marketing ourselves on YouTube. But one thing that I have learned is how valuable my cell phone is, and creating videos, quick, simple, and very me onto my like page. All I do is click the upload button, share if appropriate, and I tend to get a lot more traffic that way. Here's the trick. For some reason, Facebook says when you put a URL in there, it doesn't show up in others' news feeds that much. However, when you put a video in there, it does show up more often, but it's not attached to your YouTube. It's just a video that you have uploaded directly to your like page. What I have found for me is the best videos are short, they're quick, they're usually only a minute long. Some of them are as short as 15 seconds. But those videos have a large audience, and although they might not get a lot of likes, I notice that there's a lot of views, and sometimes there's a lot of shares on them too. For example, if you are in the Beachbody world and there's a new workout being released and it comes out on demand and you're previewing it, show your moves, show what yourself doing it, record yourself doing those moves, talk about it on your like page, build it up on your like page. It builds traction, it gains interest. Ask for emails of people who might be interested in this upcoming program. Another tip for you is to focus on shares and ask for shares. Just that word, share, is putting it in people's heads that they can do something to help you as a business owner. And they want to. In most cases, people want to share what you said. So if I have a recipe that I have from my blog, One Fit Fighter, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll write at the very top, share. Or I'll say, this recipe is awesome. You're going to want to save it for later. Share to your timeline. And I'll give that recipe. And people often share it. And what happens is when they share it to your timeline, your like page is popping up on somebody else's timeline. So you are able to see what somebody else is doing, and they are able to come back to your page. Pretty cool, right? It also allows you to see who keeps coming to your page. You know, if you're seeing that the same person keeps sharing your stuff, they're probably a good person to reach out to and say, hey, is this something that you might be interested in? I love the next tip that I have for you, and that is to be yourself. Be 100% authentic to who you are, because when you're real and you're yourself and you're revealing yourself in that manner and just being authentic, people grasp that. People love that. For example, I'm not going to sit here and talk about cancer all the time, even though it was a huge part of my life. It was a huge part of my Beachbody story, but it is not everything that I have to offer. However, every once in a while, I will do something like the post I'm scrolling down to, if I can get to it, that really gets people to see who I am. And it isn't something that somebody else could share. It isn't something that I could just throw up on my like page and, you know, it seemed like it's not authentic. I posted this for National Survivors Day, and I asked people to tag a survivor that they knew because it was offering value. I wanted people to know how incredibly important survivors are to me and the kinship that we have, so to speak. So because I was being so authentic and because I was being me, I was also driving volume back to my like page. I took that and I thought, how can this possibly help other people? How can it inspire other people while I'm still thinking about my Beachbody business as well and getting traffic to my like page? So you want to make sure that you're being you. You're being authentic to who your audience wants to see. I also believe that most of my posts are me. I don't necessarily throw up a post that has no Katie Ersta spark to it. Those people who follow my like page get a sense of what my personality is. I'm not somebody who's just going to throw a link up on the page for sake of throwing a link up on my page. And that goes really into the consistency. I think a lot of times people look at coaching like it's a sprint, like you have to get to the finish line as fast as possible. And that's really, really not the case. It's a marathon. But what I found is a lot of people quit before they even tie their shoes. So whenever you're posting and whenever you're creating this like page, If you throw up a couple posts and then you give up and you don't post for a week, it's going to get you nowhere. The trick is really to be consistent with your posts. Be authentic to who you are, but you're posting at least 2 to 3 times a day on your like page. You might start off only getting 1 or 2 likes. In fact, sometimes on my like page, I only get a couple of likes, and that's okay. But consistently doing those behaviors over time will lead to the compound effect. Unfortunately, most people give up on their like page before they ever really get it going. Be consistent. I mean, really, if you think about it, if somebody's going to your like page and they want to get your tips and motivation and your recipes, but they just see that the last time you posted was a week ago, they're going to start to think, well, she must not be very consistent with her workouts or her business if she's only giving this a haphazard, chance. Follow. So at the very top of your like page is a video that says like. One thing that I do is when somebody new likes my page, I'll often find them. I'll click on the new likes and I will often just message them and say, thank you so much for liking my page, One Fit Fighter. My name is Katie Ersta. I actually run the page. And I just wanted to let you know, if you really want to get the most from the page, make sure you click the Get Notifications tab, because that's going to make sure that you're seeing a little bit more about what One Fit Fighter has to offer. Getting notifications means that you're going to be popping up in their newsfeed more often, as opposed to simply just following someone. Drive for likes. This one is so easy and it's so much fun. So I set goals for myself, and those goals are to get 25 to 30 posts out a week consistently. And on top of that, if I'm not running a boost or a like or an ad for likes, I want to make sure that I am still getting at least 100 new people to my like page a week. So those are authentic people. Those are not people who have that I am running a sponsored ad for. They are truly authentic audience. So how I do that a lot of times are things like this. And this time it's a giveaway. So I had this Every Sweat Matters tank top, and tons of people loved it, but it sold out before most people could get their hands on it. I had a few extra, so I made my donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and I told people about it, but I gave them a job. They weren't just having their name entered. They had to do 3 things in order to be entered. And that is, they have to like the post, they have to share the post to their timeline, and in the comment section, they have to tag someone who is also going to maybe be interested in that shirt as well. And the reason that I really do it that way is because it's driving more audience into my like page, but it's also giving those people who are interested in the product or interested in the giveaway, they're sharing it on their own timeline for their own friends to be able to see as well. So it's really simple. People love your workouts, right? So maybe they're going to your like page and they would love a free tank top, or if you go and you want the new Fixate that's coming out at Summit, maybe you do that as a giveaway. So there are so many things that you can do. You can really be creative with this, but it's all in turn going to drive more likes for your business. The last tip I have is to take your Instagram account. So mine is at One Fit Fighter, which is similar to my like page. And I run my Instagram account directly connected to my like page. So you have the option on Instagram to either link your Facebook personal account to your Facebook business account. I have selected to link it to my business account because I want the traffic from my Instagram account and my One Fit Fighter business account to be connected. And I drive traffic back that way. So everything is similar in the sense that it's One Fit Fighter. So you might look at this and say she has 7,000 likes, but know that those 7,000 likes are for the most part organic likes. They are real traffic. I have a lot of people that are interactive on my like page. That in turn means that I am turning them into customers into my business. With those 7,000 people too, I make sure that I am interacting as much as possible. I'm paying attention to my messages and my notifications as well. A like page is something that takes time, and it really is a matter of heart and consistency. I hope that these tips help you. If you have questions, make sure that you go to onefitfighter.com, or you check out my YouTube channel, or you just leave a message at my like page, One Fit Fighter. Have a great day.